At the moment, there is currently 60 centimetres of lying snow in Braemar. There are further snow showers in the forecast today. Not all of us seeing them. Still gusty winds with a significant wind chill, so feeling bitter. But I'll have all the details later in the programme. Everyone, yes indeed, in Braemar there is currently 60 centimetres. That's getting very close to 2 feet of lying snow. It's fallen over the last few days. And we've also just had the coldest night of this winter so far. The temperature in Altnahara fell to minus 13.4 degrees. So you won't be surprised to hear that it's an icy start. We've also got further snow showers in the forecast, but they are showers, so not all of us will see them. However, if you're in this amber area, this is a Met Office amber area, remember it means you're likely to see an increased likelihood of impacts due to severe weather. Well, there's still some heavy snow. This is valid until 9 o'clock tonight. In Edinburgh overnight, we've had another 6 centimetres of snow. In Glasgow, we've had 4 centimetres of snow. So do take it easy if you have to go out today. This is what's happened. We've had an array of snow showers coming in from the east and down towards, for example, Hampshire. Today we'll continue in that vein. There'll be some snow showers too across Northern Ireland, but quite a lot of them still where we've got that amber weather warning. Now in between there'll be some sunshine, but something else that's going to be particularly windy across the English Channel, so around the Channel Islands and the southwest. We could have gusts here, 48, 50 miles an hour for example, but generally windy. And we've got this rain approaching, which is also threatening the risk of some snow across South Cornwall and also the Channel Islands later on. These are the temperatures you'll see on your thermometer, so freezing for most of us or just below. But this is what it will feel like if you're exposed to the wind. And of course the wind is strongest in the southwest, so this is where it will feel coldest. And also the Channel Islands, maybe -8 or -10. Not quite Canada standards, that Dan and Lou, but still for us that is cold.
It really is, isn't it?
Happening this morning.
That's right, Dan. Good morning, everybody. Well, we've seen quite a bit of snow in these last few days. This is what's lying at the moment, so unconfirmed reports, but Braemar 60 to 70 centimetres. That is in excess of 2 feet. Aboyne in Aberdeenshire, 29 centimetres of lying snow. Andrewsfield, that's in Essex, 26 centimetres. Manston, we're looking at 15 centimetres in Kent. Marham in Norfolk, 10 centimetres. And Spadeadam in Northumberland, 9 centimetres. So you get the picture. But at the moment, we do have an area of concern, and that's where the Met Office has this amber weather warning. So in parts of Scotland under that amber, we are looking at another 5 to 10 centimetres. On higher ground, it could be double that, perhaps even a little bit more. So the likelihood of disruption is also high. You could experience power cuts, for example. There'll certainly be some travel disruption to watch out for as well, that kind of thing. Now through the course of the night there have been a good rush of snow showers around, some of them getting over towards Northern Ireland as well. And as we go through the rest of today, that process will continue, particularly where we do have that amber weather warning. It's valid until 9 o'clock tonight. But they are showers for most of the rest of the UK, so some of us will see them, some of us won't see anything at all, and it'll be a dry day with some sunshine. But once again, it's going to be a windy day. Quite strong gusts through the English Channel and around the southwest. Now the wind is coming from a cold direction, namely from the east, hence the beast from the east. And that is introducing all this cold air. So these are the temperatures you may see on your thermometer, but it's going to feel colder than that when you add on the wind chill. And if we zoom down to the southwest, which is where the wind is strongest, look at this, it's going to feel more like -10 in some parts. Not very warm either in the Channel Islands, it has to be said. It will feel like -8. Now, we may well see some rain and some snow just into the tip of Cornwall, the Isles of Scilly and the Channel Islands, but equally that could just move away onto the near continent. But whichever way you look at it, it's going to be a cold night. Last night, we had the coldest night of this winter so far, -13.4 in Altnahara. This coming night, it could be even colder in parts of the Highlands, particularly so where we do have lying snow. Now, on Wednesday, we have this great big area of low pressure NITS fronts in the Atlantic. I'm pointing that out because it will become salient later on, but high pressure is still very much dominating our weather. So for Wednesday, a cold start, risk of ice, still some snow showers coming in. The wind is more of a northeasterly, so we'll see those snow showers coming in across southeast Scotland, for example, northeast England, in through Kent. Drier out towards the west, but still feeling cold. And on Thursday, if anything, fewer snow showers, still one or two in the east, but mostly dry. But it's what's happening in the west. Again, we've got this battle between mild air and cold air. So we're likely to see some snow coming in. But it looks like the cold air is going to win out. Even into next week, Dan and Lou, it will remain cold.
Do you know what? I've just been watching your forecast getting
coldest night of this winter so far. The temperature fell to -13.4 in Altnahara. There's the risk of ice this morning. There's an amber weather warning out for snow for parts of central Scotland, but there'll be snow showers elsewhere. Not all of us seeing them, and a bitterly cold wind to boot. But I'll have all the details later in the programme. It is, you're absolutely right, Lou. It's bitter, in fact. We've just had the coldest night of this winter so far. -13.4 was the temperature in Altnahara. It could still fall a little bit lower. So not really surprising. We're looking at an icy start, not just in Scotland, but across the board. And there are further snow showers in the forecast, but the very fact they're showers does mean we won't all see them. However, the Met Office has still got this amber weather warning in force across parts of Scotland. It's valid until 9 o'clock this evening, and we could see a further 5 to 10 centimetres of snow quite widely, even double that with a bit of height. So disruption is quite possible from that. Through the course of the night, we've had an array of snow showers coming our way, even as far west as Northern Ireland, and it has been blustery. Gusty winds and snow showers are the order of today, but most of those will be across where we've got that amber weather warning in central Scotland. In between, a lot of sunshine, the strongest winds today through the English Channel in southwest England. Here with an approaching weather front, we could well see some rain, even some snow possibly across parts of the Isles of Scilly, West Cornwall and the Channel Islands, but that might just slip further south and we could miss that. These are the wind gusts. The strongest will be the areas I mentioned, and these are the temperatures on your thermometer, but add on the wind chill. This is how it will feel. Absolutely bitter. -5 in Aberdeen, -6 in Birmingham. So it's another day for wrapping up warmly. Lou and Dan.
It is indeed.
Good morning, and it's not wrong either. In fact, I'm going to start off with the temperatures we've seen this morning. It officially is the coldest night of this winter so far. -15.1 in Altnahara, that's in Sutherland in northern Scotland. The first three actually are all Scottish temperatures, way below freezing. Shap is in northern England, -10. Liscombe, southwest England, -4, and of course Belfast, -3. So it's a cold start to the day. It's also an icy one, and we've seen quite a few snow showers through the course of the night. The Met Office still has this amber weather warning in force, and that basically means increased likelihood of disruption due to severe weather. In this case, heavy snow. It's valid until 9 o'clock this evening. Widely, we could see by the end of this warning 5 to 10 centimetres of snow, but with a bit of height, we could see double that amount. So you can see why disruption is likely. Now, we've had a lot of snow showers as we've gone through the course of the night, not just in eastern areas, some of them blowing over towards the west, including Northern Ireland, and we'll carry on in that vein as we go through the course of today, especially where we've got the amber weather warning. But as you can see, they are showers, so not all of us will see snow. Some of us will actually have a dry day with some sunshine, and not quite as windy as yesterday, although windy through the English Channel, around the Channel Islands and also into the southwest. In fact, the gusts of wind are indicated here in the black circles, so you can see the strongest gusts through the English Channel and southwest England. Now, that wind coming from a cold direction, so although this may be what you see in your thermometer, this is how it will feel against your skin. So we're looking widely across the board below freezing, -6 in Birmingham. But if we zoom into the southwest, which is where we've got the gustiest, strongest winds, it will feel more like -10 and -8 in St Helier. While we're here, let's take a look at this. A weather front approaching the southwest. Looks like it could bring in some rain to the Isles of Scilly, the tip of Cornwall and also the Channel Islands, and possibly some snow. However, it may scoot further south before it does that. But whichever way you look at it, once again tonight is going to be a cold night, -15 in the Highlands and Grampians once again, the risk of ice once again. And as we head on into Wednesday, we've got this low pressure in the Atlantic. It's trying to come in against this high pressure and at the moment not succeeding. But this is the battle between the cold air you've been hearing about and also milder air. But it looks now that the colder air is going to win out. So on Wednesday, a lot of dry weather. The wind slightly veers to more for northeasterly. So the distribution of the wintry showers will change a little bit. Still across eastern areas, but particularly where you're exposed to that northeasterly wind. So you can see, for example, down into Kent, Further west, drier and brighter, a fair bit of sunshine, but once again, it is going to feel cold wherever you are. Drier conditions on Thursday. As these fronts try to come in from the Atlantic, we could see some snow just ahead of them before some rain. But this is still open to question because it's that battle between the warm and the cold air that we think the cold air is going to win. Now back to Lou and Dan.
Is it indeed? Well, thank you very much, Carol. See you soon.
I think it's just been the coldest night of the winter so far, with temperatures falling to minus 15.1 in Altnahara. Further snow showers in the forecast once again today, in between some sunshine, gusty winds and a significant wind chill. I'll have all the details later in the programme.
Carol.
Good morning. We're a bit earlier than usual, I must say, but good morning anyway. Now, we've just had the coldest night of this winter so far. Temperatures fell to minus 15.1 Celsius in Altnahara. So not really surprising that it is an icy start, and there are further snow showers in the forecast. In fact, in Braemar, there are some reports of 60 to 70 centimetres. That's in excess of 2 feet of lying snow. And we stick with Scotland first thing because the Met Office still has an amber weather warning out for heavy snow. It's valid till 9 o'clock this evening. Some disruption is likely. We could see 5 to 10 centimetres widely of snow by 9 o'clock tonight, double that with a bit of height. There's snow showers across other parts of the UK today as well, being blown in on a gusty wind. This is what's happened already this morning, but it's going to continue as we go through the day. Now, there are showers, so that does mean that not all of us will see them. There'll be some sunshine in between, but gusty winds. For some, it won't be quite as windy as it was yesterday, but when you see the gust circles coming on in just a jiffy, you'll know what I mean. And the other thing too is we've got this weather front approaching the Isles of Scilly, Cornwall, and also the Channel Islands, bringing in potentially some rain, maybe even some snow, but it could slip away southwards, so it could miss you altogether. So these are the gusts of wind. These are the temperatures you can expect outside in your garden thermometers. So temperatures widely freezing to +3. But when you add on the strength of the wind, it's going to feel much colder than that. -6, -5. And in parts of the southwest where we've got the strongest winds, well, it will feel more like -10. I'll have a longer weather in about half an hour. But for now, back to Lou and Dan.
Oh, Carol, thank you. Well, yeah.
Gosh, look at the time this morning. Do you know what? It has been a cold night. In fact, we've had the coldest night of this winter so far. The temperature in Altnahara just kept on slipping to -15.6. Now it's starting to climb. It's -15.1. But you can see the current temperatures over the lying snow in Scotland are pretty low. The same in northern England. Southwest England, it's -4 at the moment, and in Belfast it's -1. Those temperatures continuing just to rise a little bit as they will through. Now, we've got heavy snow still in the forecast. The Met Office has still got this amber weather warning in force across parts of central Scotland. We could see a further 5 to 10 centimetres of snow before this expires later on tonight at 9 o'clock. Twice that amount on higher ground. So the likelihood of disruption is quite likely. A lot of snow showers have been falling as we've gone through the course of the morning. This is the radar picture showing the snow, and it's not just in Scotland. We've seen them in Northern Ireland and also in England and Wales as well, and that will continue through the course of today. Those snow showers being blown along in a brisk wind, but they are showers, so that means we won't all see them, and many of us will stay dry with some decent spells of sunshine. Now, I mentioned the gusty winds, and they are gusty. They're represented in the black circles. The gustiest, the strongest, will be across the southwest of England and also the English Channel, particularly so with exposure. Temperature-wise today, well, there's no heat wave, I can tell you that for nothing. Look at this, freezing to +2. But when you add on the strength of the wind, well, it's going to feel more like -5, -6. But if we zoom down to the southwest and see what's happening down here, we've got a weather front close by. It could well bring in some rain, possibly some snow, or it may just sink south before it does that. But look how it will feel with that wind against your skin. -10 in the southwest, -8 in the Channel Islands. Now, through this evening and overnight, the winds slowly start to ease. There'll still be a plethora of showers around, still wintry in nature, the risk of ice, and a cold night, -15 once again in parts of the Highlands and also the Grampians. But what about the rest of the week? Well, on Wednesday, you can see this low pressure anchored in the Atlantic with its attendant fronts. High pressure blocking it effectively from reaching our shores. So on Wednesday, further snow showers coming in from the North Sea. The winds veer to more of a northeasterly, so the distribution of those showers will be slightly different. It will still be a cold day. There'll still be a lot of dry weather around and some sunshine too. And on Thursday, there'll still be a lot of dry weather around with that sunshine, just a few showers, which will be wintry in eastern areas. But it's what's happening out towards the west. Look how the cloud builds. Start to see some snow coming in with some rain. Now this could change because we've got a battle of mild Atlantic air versus cold air from the near continent. The source of this is the Arctic coming over the cold continent, the cold North Sea, and we think at this stage, by the end of the week, even into next week, Dan and Lou, it will remain cold.
Gosh.